Hello there, this is Titus Levi, President of COMA, the California Outside Music Association. This program, COMA Consciousness on the Air, features the work of musicians who are trying to do something different. They are trying to create a truly new form of music. This music is new because it is fresh and purely artistic, not trendy and gimmicky. The musicians producing this product are knowledgeable, disciplined, and inspired. Their goal is to produce a high-quality product. This can be dangerous in today's music business, which so often rewards mediocrity. You might ask, what is this music called? In short, we call this music outside, that is, outside of the mainstream. This definition encompasses a vast musical territory: free jazz, avant-garde jazz, ethnic music, contemporary classical music, progressive rock, and avant-pop. All are examples of outside music. Thus the name COMA, the California Outside Music Association. We present this show to you in hopes that it will challenge you, inform you, and entertain you. And now, here's Jim.
This is Jim Norman. I'm sitting here with Mark Soden, the spokesman for the Youth Hostel. And I'm going to ask him first about the name, the Youth Hostel. What's that about?
Well, Youth Hostel came from an event that occurred in my work. I work at a high school, and this 16-year-old ne'er-do-well was thrown out of his house because he stole one of his parents' 79-cent lighters, those little disposable lighters. And it was raining, and he came to the high school and talked to the janitorial staff and told them that he was going to be doing some homework in the media lab where I work. And so he broke in and threw down his bedroll and turned the lights off and shut the door and spent the night there. So when I came in the next day, I hear this door opening behind me at 7 in the morning, and I just about lost it. It was like horror movie material. And I turn around and here's this long-haired kid with his hair all screwed up, and I said, "Northcliffe, what are you doing here?" And I had this great idea that I would rent out this room as a hostel to travelers from the time I got off of work at 3:30 in the afternoon until I got there at 7 in the morning. So Youth Hostel came from that.
Do you ever get a response from people about your music in the sense of, is this guy kind of crazy or not? Or
Well, on the Youth Hostel, the live side, we invite people to come up to the bandstand and yell insults at us.
Oh, really?
And not obscenities.
Yeah,
just insults. Insults are a really viable form of communication, as insults require analyzing the person you're delivering the insult to, finding their Achilles heel, and then locating it and delivering something that is immediate and kind of spiteful, but yet it has to be concise and clear. It really requires a certain talent. The Germans have a saying about speeches, that the only good speech is one that is short and that insults somebody.
Okay.
Basically, I think that pretty much catches.
That brings me to ask about your album. At least the one I've heard it now.
The Diner of Cruelty.
Diner of Cruelty. Now, the first cut, Diner of Cruelty, is a rather interesting tune. What's that about?
Well, the Diner of Cruelty is related to, I'm sure, everybody's common experience of going to a diner any time of the day, but I usually, in my mind, think of 24-hour diners, where the stench of grease or mysterious cooking that you can't really place the odor, and the waitress has a manner which could be described as haughty, if not hostile, and doing you a favor.
the tinfoil to chew on. I'll be back in a minute for your order.
Yes, that's a really interesting piece. We gave that some airplay a few weeks ago. I don't know what the reaction to that was, but I liked it.
We had a great time recording that. It was really fun, especially breaking the plates.
Mm-hmm.
And
the very end of that, where he's screaming "waitress."
Oh yeah, that was fun. The vocals, the woman's voice was Susan Whipple, who's a friend of mine who's an engineer up at Hit City in Hollywood, and it was just really fun. We got to set the mics up out in the alley behind the recording studio and wing plates and dishes right up on the wall and
The
stuff.
sense of realism.
Oh yeah, you got it. Got to get in and do the work, as they say. It was great.
What was the second cut on that?
Diner of Cruelty, and then Coffee Table Books.
Yeah. Now, is there any story behind Coffee Table Books here?
Well, sure. Basically, whether it be your living room, a doctor's office, your dentist, you have these books which are designed for people to peruse for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, never to read the whole thing.
Right.
Big on visual impact, low on content. So,
have you ever read one of those?
Yeah.
That's interesting because I don't know how many people have. I have a few of those, and I sat down and I actually read the things, and I'm amazed how really nothing is there to really read.
Oh, it's great, and particularly if you get into the art books with big pictures. Travel books are big in that line. Show books,
collections of old photographs. I think
movie stars.
Yeah, movie stars. Really, movie books.
Hollywood Babylon is like a top-notch coffee table book.
No, I read that and I did like it.
I like that book. You know.
One of the things prevalent on most of the tracks in the album is the sense that you use rhythm machines a lot. Is there a particular desire for using them, or was just...
Well, there's a certain expedience about it. Right now I'm working more with people and machines, and then on the Youth Hostel cut, we have the machine completely non-related to the rhythm at all. And we have a couple of drum machines going on that one. As on Diner of Cruelty, we had two... No, it was Black Man Wants a Pink Tattoo. Had two drum machines operating just in a netherworld.
Yeah, that is probably, at least in my own opinion, one of my favorite tunes on that album. Is there... Can you give a little background about that, too?
Yeah, it's... that was
experience.
Well, no, it has to do with the last line is don't trust anyone who tells you how normal they are, and it's just an obsession. It's like people that collect little porcelain objects. You know, they eventually have a house full of them, and they still want more, and no one knows why. They probably don't know why. So this man goes out and he gets a pink tattoo. Gets a lot of pink tattoos. Finally, you can't tell what his original skin color is.
Yeah.
Every exposed part of his body is covered with pink tattoos, and he's completely ostracized for this.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's obsession.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't tell you why he was doing it, and there he is. The vocals were really fun to do on that. We used a ring modulator.
Yeah, that's one of the more interesting factors. It kind of sounds like a resonance type vocal.
Well, we referred to it as the Red Fox filter.
A red fox filter. Okay.
It gave it a
sort of like an old
a gravel
rhino or
a gravel voice
Yeah.
quality that I can't get to. But it's an effect that I came across, and I don't know why, but I had to have it,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been trying to figure out what to do with it for a really long time.
that is a great.
Pink man in the back of the bus, thinking thoughts he can't discuss. The black man wants a big tattoo. Color O, bubble chew. It's his wish, his dream come true. He gets himself a pink tattoo. Then he has to, just for fun, buy himself another one. Then his arms, his legs, his exposed parts are now made of tattoo art. The man is now a chewing pink. His neighbors don't know what to think. The slightest thing you think will do will change what people think of you. Even just a pink tattoo. And don't trust nobody that told you how normal they are.
Now I have two tapes here, and I have not heard these yet, so maybe I can give you a little bit. Aggravated assault is one of the things here you mentioned it would be a good play. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, aggravated assault features. It's a youth hostel tape. T.L. Airy is doing the vocals. Bob Brazier plays guitar. We have a myriad of percussionists on this, featuring Tom Neese, publisher of More Mayonnaise, and other hostelers are involved. John Springer plays the Casio VL tone, and Mike Nolan, I believe, plays the synthetic drums. And we had another drummer, of which just appeared at the event, and so on and so forth. But it was spontaneous, as most youth hostel events are. We work out a format loose, and then we run it. In this particular case, the only thing that was worked out was the programming for the synthesizer, and a lot of percussion, and wild guitar, wild singing.
Now, I don't even know what instrument you play. What was it you play? Guitar? Or?
Well, on this event, I was playing synthesizer, and I did the programming for it. On the other side, on the live side, I was playing bass.
Okay. So, what's your instrumentation? What do you generally play?
Right now, I'm playing bass in some circumstances, not in youth hostel. I'm doing programming for the bass line. My synthesizer is capable of doing that, and you can play melodies and do other events on top of it.
Oh, okay.
So I work out programs, and it's kind of like taking the workstation to the club, you know. You go in there and you do a lot of like seemingly non-musician things of programming, but if it's done wrong, sometimes it's still interesting. But
Wow! Wow! Wow!
going by Master Bedroom Music. Is that you're publishing or?
Well, that is a publishing company,
Oh,
and
okay.
is also a work title for an upcoming project.
Okay.
Would it be acceptable for me to say if anybody wants to write for any information about this stuff to send to Master Bedroom Music? Okay, well, if you want to hear about this stuff, if you got questions or comments, funny postcards, send it to Master Bedroom Music, P.O. Box 4830, Long Beach, California 90804.
Can you give us any information about your project or anything that's going on? Or?
Well, I'm working with some of the people from the Youth Hostel event. T.L. Airy and Bob Brazier are involved, as well as Alan Sweet, and we're working on demos. And there are some people that I hope to work with as well, but the only definites I've mentioned. So
are you sort of developing like your own production company in a sense, or?
Well, Master Bedroom Music is a method of taking care of the business angle of marketing this. If people want to order tapes, communicate, they want to send me checks, they send it to Master Bedroom Music. You know,
they're not proud. They will take money.
It's Master Bedroom Music. It's not so much a production company. It will be handling the upcoming Youth Hostel release. It handles the Diner of Cruelty EP. I have some people that are publishing through us on BMI, and a lot of postal art projects. And
that sounds really interesting. I do hope to hear more from this, group of yours, and I hope Master Bedroom Music is going to, grow for you too.
It seems to be doing very well right now.
I think I'll wrap it up here and just say thank you very much. And
thank you.
This radio program, COMA Consciousness on the Air, has been a presentation of COMA, the California Outside Music Association. COMA is a non-profit art service organization that aids in furthering the interests of creative artists, musicians, visual artists, writers, and dancers who are producing, promoting, or performing what could be called outside art. If you would like more information about COMA, the music that you have heard on this program, getting your own music aired on this program, or if you have any complaints, comments, or compliments, please write us at 5153 Hanbury Street, that's Hanbury Street, Long Beach, California, zip code 90808, or call us at 213-420-COMA or 714-631-5346. Thank you.